everybody, it's Jason Shadrick with Premier Guitar, and we're back again for another gear spotlight. And this time, we're going to be looking at the new Victory Amps pedal with Rabea. How you doing, man?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for having me again. It's good to see you.
Oh, yeah, it's good to see you, too. And so we have a new V4 Kraken pedal, correct?
Yes, we do. It's the V4 Kraken amp.
V4 Kraken amp, excuse me. Although it can be mistaken for a pedal, but it does a lot more than that. So first, tell us a little bit about how you have it hooked up currently that we're hearing, and then we'll walk through some of the features.
Perfect, yeah. So at the minute, what you just heard, I'm running it as if it was an amplifier. So this is it's 180 watts at 4 ohms, got a Class D solid state power amp in it. So I'm just running it as if it was going to a cab. So I'm running it into the aux box. But I've also got an XLR coming out from the built-in 2 Notes cab sim feature that's in there as well. So we'll hear that in a bit. But yeah, basically I've also got it set up on a pedal board, so you can have a quick look there. But just a few pedals, because it also runs as an amplifier, so you can, like I said, you can run it in the same way. It takes pedals real nice. So I've just got a few things I've got a couple of things in the effects loop that's there as well. Delay and reverb in the effects loop, and then a fuzz and an octave in the front. So
yeah, so why don't we go back and look at it? Why don't you walk us through the controls and stuff on the front?
Yep. Okay. So yeah, in a nutshell, the V4 preamp series is they've got 4 preamps in them, 1 EC900 and 3 CV4014 preamp tubes. So they're based on the preamp sections of all the Victory range, so this one being the Kraken, just like the Kraken family amps, whereas it's a way smaller package. It's way more portable, of course, but it's massively loud, and it basically sounds the same as the Kraken's, the tube heads that you can get, the louder wattage tube heads. But in terms of what we got here is essentially it's just like the V4 preamp, but we've got the extra amp feature in there, and we've got the built-in cab sim. So you've got 2 gain stages. So you've got gain 1, gain 2. You've got master 1, master 2. You've got 3-band EQ, and you've got built-in reverb now, which is great, which I'll show you in a moment. Then we've got on the front here, we've got 6 presets for built-in cabs virtual cabs that you can mic up using the 2 Notes software if it's hooked up via USB, which it is. So I can basically control this with the computer, change my IRs, change the virtual miking presets and stuff. And you also have a sim out level as well if you're running it to front of house. So yeah, it's pretty jam-packed full of stuff, and it's just got the 1-foot switch on the front to change channel, so you've got green or red for different gains.
Mm-hmm. So why don't you walk us through some of the different tones you can get between the 2 channels?
Yeah, so, well, I'm holding a Strat, which is kind of not the guitar you'd necessarily expect to hear with the Kraken range, because it's aimed at modern, progressive, high gain and all the rest of it. But one of the things I really enjoy is the fact you can run a Strat into it. So I'm running gain 1 low, the master high. I'll just pad my microphone so you don't get all the strings, but this is the kind of thing you can do. And I'll show you the reverb at the same time, so here we go. I'll just quickly show you what happened. That's just like a clean with the gain low, but I'm going to put a bit of fuzz in front of that as well so you can hear what happens. Which is also great, and you can do things like so that's the kind of thing I like to do with using a Strat with this kind of amp. But if I quickly just get a more modern guitar so you can hear, what it's aimed at.
Right.
So now if I'm using like a baritone guitar, something way more modern, and I'll show you the effects loop as well, some reverb and delay. just a demonstration of all the kind of different tones that you could maybe get with it using things in the loop, some fuzz, high output pickups and stuff.
So tell us about the 2 notes cab sim that's built in.
So what you have here is more or less the same sort of Torpedo Studio suite that you commonly find across all the 2 notes products. So what you get, and especially with this one, you get built-in cabs, and also presets. I've made 6 presets that you can select on the front, and some of them are designed for like high gain, some are designed for low gain with strats and stuff like that. And yeah, basically the 2 notes virtual miking software allows you to virtually mic a cab, so you can move the microphone around the virtual room and get the desired sound. You can blend microphones. You've got loads of different microphones, everything's from like 57s to Royal 121s and that kind of stuff, on top of the cabs that you get with the V4 guitar amp. So you get a combination of different IRs made by 2 notes themselves with the Victory cabinet packs. So there's a Kraken cab that you get a 412 version of it, you get a copper 412 version, 212 as well. So it's a really good range of different IR tones that you can use, which I actually really enjoy for recording. So you can just save your preset for that tone for that section and then move on and do something else, which is great.
Are we able to hear some of those?
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, that would be the built-in 2 notes. That's just one preset. Obviously, you can switch between a load, but that one I sort of lined up just to do a bit of the heavier stuff.
So you mentioned kind of the way you have it set up for us to hear for you to demo all these different tones. But what other ways could you use this pedal as far as I/O stuff? Because I know Victor has a reputation with these kind of pedals and amps to have a bunch of different ways you can incorporate them into your rig.
Yeah, well, this particular one. So what's interesting is very similar to the V4 preamp series. That you'd be able to put into the loop of an amplifier and then slave that amplifier. Whereas this is keeping the preamp part, but we're adding an amplifier. This is like a powered version of that essentially.
Gotcha.
So we're removing the need to necessarily slave another amplifier there. And what's also cool here is, because you've got your own Class D power section in there and you can power the cab at 180 watts at 4 ohms, there's also 9-volt power out on that as well, so you can power your own pedals with it too, which is really nice. And it's got a built-in fan, which for some reason it has a switch, so you can turn that off if you need to, if you're recording silently. Yeah. But yeah, so that's where this slightly differs from the V4 preamp series, in that it's a standalone amplifier as well. But the cool thing is, as you've seen here, I've got it set up on a pedal board, so it very much, if I wanted to, I could just Velcro that down a bit more neatly and then fly around with that, and I've basically got a Kraken amplifier just kicking it,
It's a backline killer.
Yeah, basically, it really helpful if you're out on the road.
So what will be the pricing and availability of the new V4 Kraken?
The price, so the availability, it's basically very soon, but the pricing is around sort of $699, $799, that kind of price range in the UK. There's no dead set price on that just yet, but it's roughly going to be there.
Well, Rabea, thank you so much for hanging out with us and walking us through the new V4 Kraken. We'll have you play us out.
Thank you very much.
This is Jason Shadrick with Premier Guitar. Make sure to subscribe below to our YouTube channel for more gear demo videos.